4.7 Asempa FM. Ekosiisen and our Suguswa Wuti and Medin your say bonso from Yobi. Na mo pe ejuma no enemy we ejuma Emma amount for ewon kran ha. In the message so we 30 years and above. Bomodin say will be you assume na wetie dwumedie a nkomo e wo se hwe di we a hotel, a reputable hotel. Na omo pe waiters and a waitresses. Mo am be serve a man for a restaurant or any sanioma no security personnel and a bar attendant into be bar ho na wa serve nkofo nsa ene ade a hotel a efe papa nti enye hotel bia keke we hotel a wa we adwuma wona wo kwa adwuma na we hu say yes enije ewom experience omo here 2 years and more in a similar role 2 years and more it was already 30 years and above. Me pacho omo numbers I was our friend a mienu ba ko ye landline ba ko ye mobile number tie ne ye mame ye pe waiters and a waitresses security personnel and a bar attendant reputable hotel in Accra fre 0302 517 514 0302 517 514 mobile number nini 0243 405 125 0243 405 125 na woni won eni enkomo your star might shine na ejuma na wo pen na nyame adom watimi enya ejuma ni bi aye mo amonso mo yusu DSTV e wo fie no me wani ji se maka Go TV for de se ene yate so aba 69 Ghana cedis and ube timi de enya wo Go TV kama ba DSTV for nso no monso yate so sisi about 129 Ghana cedis per we achade yede mamu in this Ghana month. You can buy a Zappa decoder diskette plus 1 month of DSTV access for 129 Ghana cedis instead of the old price of 169 Ghana cedis. In where the men's like a crime, 129 Ghana cedis will give you the world's best for less with a wide variety of sports, international, and kids shows. This is a limited time offer for this Ghana month. In the Ashasi first March, in the Ashasi 31st March, in the Rush Now, DSTV, feel every moment. Dr. Kingsley Nyarko Ewaha MP Kwada. So, Doc, this issue of a colleague, an academic of high repute, Professor Raymond Atuguba, unyi ni se ase ya over flog yourself, and with the reaction abano right.
Yeah, Obi, so was a kind no, Raymond, Professor Raymond Atuguba, Madam Fupa,
okay,
menene you're close. In fact, it didn't come on national issues, and there are so many times me and personally no, were helping me on some legal issues. I mean, he's a nice man, fine brain. Because I wouldn't say it was 2019 or 2020 when I was heading National Accreditation Board.
Okay.
And K University, any University of Ghana, Omunya accreditation, so I'm running PhD in law. In fact, before I said Raymond Bayer Dean, now K University, and now I apply, so I'm up accreditation in PhD in law. And to Raymond Bayer, and I'm say we advertise admission for no, that's not right.
Okay.
Also, now accreditation first. But within a short time, now to me put two things together. You know, K University in the University of Ghana. Omunya accreditation the same day.
The same day. Wow.
So Raymond was proactive and obey Dino transformation Ekosiisen in the University of Ghana
Faculty of Law.
Law, yeah. So and for me, my account was several platforms, and then we come to Good Morning Ghana. Me also can a different platform. But what I want to say is, I don't think Raymond or mean evil or ill.
Okay.
I don't think so. But the comment now or make clear me no if you say nay unnecessary. I feel no upon hindsight no or no dream what say because somebody like him I'll make clear that statement no. For me no it was not right. It was not right because you see me And he's a constitutional lawyer. Law no wa being home and not fight constitution when you are Article 3. So was your law. I'm a lawyer. Article 3 no clear. Say ye more your constitution home by. Impo say obi awe na adwen say obetu constitutional aguno. Sa nipa kono wa committee olala kono committee
high
treason. Right? And say obi tu abayengua. That military regime no okotu say also kotugu kompana onye bonibia. So it tells you how our constitution value democracy or constitutional governance. And Yakupa Boyen for about 30 years, you're not stable democracy. So, Omo Omusia Emra, Omo Moche Emrano, Omo na o say, your master say, and impo, and come bo your constitution home buying. That's it. That is why we are free. For me, no, it's sad. And again, for me, linking cool no to economic conditions no, for me no is so because he's my friend, I want to choose my words carefully. And yet, because when you are constitution, there's nowhere in the constitution it just say because of economic difficulties in Tino or say yeah cool. There's nothing in the constitution. You can tell me. My kind of me who be so. So why do you want to go that tangent? Article 66 of the constitution actually say in fear na biano or say the to aba. So say bia amomo enko ya. O chance I want to say in fear no son right there what to about you don't advocate for coup. It is wrong. You see, and for me as an academic no Sanka impo oma empirical evidence. So I say, based on the research now, economic reasons are trigger. But that is not wholly true because you say that is not the only reason amount for a coup. There's so many reasons, gamut of them. It be nepotism, it be certain nepotism, it be certain tribalism, it be certain mismanagement, it be certain economic reasons. But say the main reason no personal self-interest. You sue economic reasons no as a charade
a springboard of a
to do that. And when you are comes so how to say research kakano. Before somebody can say Ekosiisen no. Ekosiisen because okay say will tibia on country because you can say correlation is not causation. Intino. Before somebody can say economic reasons na ma coups no. Now what control other variables to be sure. And just idea whatever you say based on that no wouldn't be strong because it could be A, B, or C, not a particular reason. And also the current situation, I mean, this economy is not as bad as people assume it to be. And you say the current economic predicament no as a result of certain global effects. And nobody can discount that. So we an analysis question the integrity of the economy also situated within the global phenomenon, especially the COVID-19 and its effects on the economy. Again, Russia-Ukraine conflict, then effect on the economy. Price of goods and services air cost low. Globally, that's a trend. That's a trend. Every country, USA for example, for the first time, inflation has skyrocketed with over 40 years. Remember, UK everywhere. So Ghana is not an island or an isolated case. So also, before you come to a conclusion, my good friend Raymond didn't do that. If he had even done a trend analysis, what compare from 2009 to date, then we can see the trend and we say, okay, this period, no, it was better than the current period. Or you go even beyond to Jacob 4 time and Renaissance time. That is how you can do meaningful scientific intellectual analysis. But what my evidence when that's a who share the current situation to come to conclusion Raymond, you have been unfair. That is why I made me feel say Raymond has fallen into this particular trap. And I wish he had not made that comment. And then, share, SCD, I heard them from the one Obi. One thing I like about you is that you are very analytical. For the past 20 years and even beyond, our currency has never been stable. Every year it depreciates. But for me, the depreciation will happen. But the question is, what is the margin of depreciation? For me, that is critical because as long as Ghana you import to more than export, as long as you add the value to our
raw material.
Yes, there be no BOP deficits. So you're not saying I'm add the value to our products. You export more to rake in more foreign exchange. Our city will always depreciate. And also his historical trend. See now how they know. Time I come from no, obvious. The last quarter of the year and the first quarter of the year. Because last quarter, no, people are buying importers. No, I'm going to find them back. And to me here, the dollar, no, what I say. So the pressure is on the dollar. So it's going to how they come from. The beginning of the year, the first quarter, no, a month first talk a depleted. So they want to weaponize them. So they donate it. That is it. And if we are able to get the fundamentals right in terms of like the 1D1F, it will help us. So Raymond didn't look at all these things. City for the city, our currency, 2012, city depreciated by 17.5%. 2013, 14.6%. 2014, 31.2%. 2016, 7.9%. You come to 2017, it was 4.9%. You come to 2018, it was 8.4%. 2019, it was 12.9%. 2020, 3.93%. Last year, 3.9%. If you look at these figures, you cannot tell me that we are in a worse situation than some years past. That is how, for me, an academic should be able to make informed analysis. Over inflation, the same trend. Inflation, in 2014 was about 15.4%. When NDC was existing power in 2016, not inflation, you're saying. Inflation was 15.4%. Coming forward, we were able to manage inflation within single digit. It is recently, and now because of increase in price of goods and services, and now inflation, even around 13%, it's even lower or lesser as compared to 2016. So why do you come to the conclusion, say the economic situation is so dire? We all admit, say, COVID-19 has had effect on us. During that period, we all know, say, this government spent a lot of money. Money are all spending to save lives and protect livelihoods and property. That was expenditure. Helpful. Because I can buy, I spend, yeah. The COVID effect on Ghanaians and the economy would have been more dire.
But the intellectual way now we expect to say, obey, and he makes the point, sir. And let me quote him or say, my current assessment that Ghana may be ripe for a coup partly springs from the knowledge I gained from accompanying my friend through part of his doctoral research on this topic. And the topic near why certain coups succeed and others fail in Africa. The case study was Ghana. In a friend no case study relative to this topic was Ghana. And he came to the conclusion, sir, why some coups succeed and others fail, because of the economy.
Yeah,
and he asked the question, what is the state of Ghana's economy now?
Yeah.
And then he gave reasons of he said the economy is broke, including what the speaker said in Parliament. In the next 3 months.
You see, when say was now kind or say partly.
Yes.
One can say largely.
Yes.
So partly could be a minute part.
Absolutely.
And that shouldn't be a justification to come to that conclusion. And relying on speakers' pronouncement to for me, that's not speaker kind. I was there when he said that.
Okay.
I don't even know where speaker got that information from. Whether it is true or not, I don't know. But we all admit, say, the economy is challenged. Minya, yan kanokre, obi, or my bang, and the way we are simuhanoma, and go through the difficulties as we speak. Everywhere. They be a meeting news, foreign news, it is there. And then I'm sorry, almost say global prices soaring. Only say, Brent crude, for example, increasing within the short time by 7.5%. Only say Newcastle coal about 30% increase. Wheat increasing by 8%. And all these things mean it will have cascading effect on any economy. You know, importers no. I'm got to idea what these countries are price of goods and services Ekosiisen. Mean what will happen? They will import the high prices no to this country and it will affect us. So we need to situate this discussion within the context. Before we took over, how many years are Yeda Dumsomo? So many years. Did anybody call for a coup d'etat? And then we met to somebody randomly mentioned somebody, but the economy was not doing well. Dumso period when companies were struggling. Among for a Jumasin that you know. Okay, say I bind to me and say at least yen so ni pass. Did it happen? Did it happen? I bind make I say among for Juma say among for Juma go for let us even find them something. It didn't happen. But this time, teacher 14 of year mean for how long? Teacher 14 of year for close to a year. I'm talking about even government workers. All these things affected the economy. We lost revenue to the tune of about 14 billion. We also lost, increased expenditure over the budget about 11 billion. Meaning about $25 billion. Cedis. So all these things no have an effect on the economy. What we are doing right now, over 2022 budget, meaning a buying share. The fiscal measures na you introduce no. The thing they say about me the abwaying and make minister to deal with economic challenges. Yeah, but I just say we are expecting about 100 billion Ghana cedis. You be expending about 137 billion. What the amortization and interest payment can about 147 billion. Meaning that the short gap no about 47 billion. That 100 billion I can want no. Yield levy is part of it. Benchmark values reduction, no reversal is part of it. So yield levy in Ampasia, that's 7 billion you put it here no. Otifima I can say 93 billion. So I buy and say why don't we say more modern say bet me a pay scale within our economy to be able to help improve lives and livelihoods and protect property. For me, I think say baby many Professor Tugubaya dream. And for me, the first high profile sympathizer of end because Raymond PNC an opportunity to serve Omampani Dada Mahama as a secretary.
Yes, executive secretary.
Secretary, but secretary to the president.
Yes.
Yes. So the high profile person now aligned to the NNDC in terms of sympathies are publicly, like I said, the yield levy must be passed. By new company, the kind of words he chose. For me, and Fatal Raymond, because the way he is, he's humble, his demeanor is cool, but I can't even use the words he used. But you see, for me, it's good that he made that pronouncement. But me trust me change with my psychological thoughts now. Only say NDC, are opposed to the yield levy? But within some short space, no. But who said they are revising their notes?
You think so?
I think so, and I'm optimistic about that. When we say apart from the engagement, side no my no. When say the so the Council of State above, fairness Christian Council above in that day. So they are beginning to appreciate say there should be a commerce. That is my thinking. I might be wrong, but that is what my instinct tells me. So then the platform was created for Professor Atuguba to make a case. Say, okay, the yield levy, you people say because of the economic challenges. That's it. But how he went about it, for me, and about fire. Linking it to the coup was wrong. But for me, the idea and say, okay, economy is distress. Okay, maybe because of COVID-19 effect. What is happening in Eastern Europe, Russia, Ukraine, will have effect on every economy. Many can say, crude oil prices
on Asempa
across
FM.
$100 a barrel. The last time a cost was 2007 during the global economic meltdown. I call 147.
147.
The next careful say, "Wo we Apple tratia," and price no issue to the roof. Meaning, I tell you, we are going to be in difficult economic situation. That is the fact on the ground. So, in assessing that, that was where Atuguba was coming from, pleading, talking to the NDC, say, okay, or say at the end, you're due to because of ABC. But cool, I'm not the buyer. No, I didn't expect my good friend, a lawyer, we now as such very competent to have brought that in. What's the matter? Especially where empirical evidence doesn't support the two governments in terms of performance. And I can give you figures. Sure. What before say I'm program is super. Then I'm in a share first time. Sure. I want to because I made this same point this morning. My amount of data 2014 to 2021. GDP growth. 2014. We had a growth rate of 2.1%. 2015, growth rate of 2.9%.
Ekosiisen on Asempa
2016, 3.4%. 2017, 8.4%. 2018, we did 6.5%. 2019, this 6.8%. 2020, COVID, we came down to about 0.9%, right? 2020,
20.
we did 0.9%.
Yes, and
2021 we
2021.
did 4%. This year, you put it say you bet me anya 5.8%. What does it? I mean, you see that there has been improvement, from 2014. Okay, then you look at the rest sectors of the economy, talking about the service sector, the industrial sector, and agriculture. Share how industry fared under the NDC. 2014, the industry grew by 1.1%. I'm quoting this from the 2022 budget. 2014 it was 1.1%. 2015 it was 1.2%. 2016 4.3%. We come to 2017, industry sector shot to 15.6%. The following year 10.5%. 2019 6.4%. It dipped to negative 3.6 in 2020. 2021 we end the year with 0.5%.
Ekosiisen on
Service
Asempa
sector.
FM.
2014 was 5.2. 2015 was 2.9. 2016 was 2.8. 2017 we did 3.4, higher than the 2.8 we inherited. 2018 we did 2.4. 2019 we did 7.6. 2020 we did 1.5. We did 8.3 last year. Let it conclude with agricultural sector. 2014 was 0.9%. 0.9%. 2015 was 2.1%. 2016 was 2.7%. We took it to 6.2% in 2017, 4.9% in 2018, 4.7% in 2019, 7.4% in 2020, and 5.3% in 2021. Meanwhile, with these economic indicators, this is data. In economics, we deal with data. If you look at what I've told you, it's not something coming from my mind. Data. How do you, on the face of this, conclude? Now, like I said, the economic conditions are so bad. The country is ripe for coup d'etat. Without even looking at the context, the global effects
Ekosiisen on
of the
Asempa
pandemic
FM.
and what is happening, the war between Russia and Iraq. So for me, I think that one can say for me, introspection now, Ben say, Sanko, that element of coolness from and can be said and can be boy. And again, Oliver, also, or his twin lawyer is
he's a lawyer.
He's doing
Is he any PhD?
Cambridge.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Cambridge.
And the union can and everybody so not me analyzing the statement, Or say I will do the coup myself, and I say the army is useless or something.
Yes.
I will do the coup myself. Yeah, contextual analysis, because I will do it myself. You can infer, and if you come to the conclusion, say, if you do it yourself, it doesn't mean say, obi so yeah na, and I say be a person, that is how you can analyze it. I will do it myself. Me yeah, because yeah. It could also mean say, it be a planning. But they be almost change, also obey. So because that's same way. Now say
Ekosiisen on
please,
Asempa
and we
FM.
don't take comments lightly. Me a psychologist, so me at times obi come to suicide no, or see me come home, but say me come home. Me most of them no want take remediation, want take action, they end up killing themselves. So because of obey ABC, that's one chance of finding out. Now why don't say, they were kind of try. You say, when you're careful, when you're about house, no, now you're born in bed. So calling somebody to, question him. I don't think say it is something that is wrong.
Okay.
What is important is say, Nippon found with you, because
You cheat ya.
so in this country, let's say, Minya, in your domain, ye casa, ye ne, and you're careful. Anybody we do we must speak responsibly. Obetimi akọ school do achi nya ade but okasa mu one yemu no yema omano do ni enim so that we can build a better Ghana.
Very well. Dr. Kingsley Nyarko ne yete ne kan yebetie Anthony Nupkenu ono a regional organizer NDC, but before he comes in no some few messages na fe ono abamba. Let me remind all listening to us ochina nyame ya domo a and President Cup Basso Accra Sports Stadium, Accra Atofo, and a Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I'm told say gate fee near 20 cities, 30 cities, 50 cities, 70 cities, and 100 cities. And Tinyame Admochina 6 p.m. 6 p.m. a game scheduled for 6 p.m. at Accra Sports Stadium. In the Ochina Kumasi Asante Kotoko and the Accra Atofo. It's a game you would love to go out there and watch. Let me see, where's the OB? In every intellectual analysis, we don't only look at the cause, we also look at the effect. Professor Atugube's so-called intellectual analysis failed to look at the effect of coups. The perpetrators of coups justified them with economic reasons, just as Raymond and the likes are doing now. But the fact remains that the perpetrators could not solve our economic problems. Rather, they worsened them. If Professor Atuguba had done a thorough research, his conclusion would have been a caution for Ghanaians to stay away from coups, because till date, many Ghanaians are still suffering from the effect of coups. Kofi Tonto and on the way, Abba Kofi, former head public affairs and information, Ghana Embassy in US of A. Nedie Enono. Good evening, Obi. I think the man's comment is a clear case of invitation to treat being extended to the military. Former President Mohammed's executive secretary is indirectly inviting the military to stage a coup, and I think Dr. Dampare should invite him for questioning and possibly questioning him as well. What these people have been doing of late, that's how coup d'etats start. They start by psyching the masses up for a coup so that if it's eventually staged, they can rally the support of the people. Is it by accident or coincidental or coincidence? Okay, blah, blah, blah. I think the police should act fast before it's too late, because the 4th Republican 1992 Constitution spells out clear ways of changing a government, and coups are never one of those options. Ghana is lagging behind in development because of the many coups that some greedy military personnel staged in the history of our country. Nikki Ewo Adentan, Nikki Adentan, and all the way about Obi. I believe cadres are a group of young men and women who believed in the AFRC revolution and helped directly or indirectly every district and major city in the country had its own command. We had a grassroots made of people from all working classes. The academics who served as the intelligence base, the student class, professionals, mainly people with military background. All CDR members are cadres. Richard Kirk Mensah, a regional communications officer, NDC Western Region, say Honorable Akwesi Oponfosu is also a cadre. Yeah, former local government minister. Now, the retrogressive NDC prefer a coup to democracy. I keep saying, and I repeat, they don't have any genuine plan to govern. If they have a genuine plan to govern, they wouldn't be clamoring for a coup d'etat, knowing that the largest opposition party is an alternative government in the event that the ruling party underperforms. Sad for Ghana's democracy. That's Jerry Osei Poku, the Eastern Regional Youth Organizer of the NPP. We say, Obi, hypocrisy and dishonesty will destroy this beautiful country. Ghana wasn't ripe for coup when we slept in Dumso for over 4 years. Our beloved country then became the third most corrupt country in the world. We had unemployed graduate association, third most corrupt country in the world on which ranking? Also, we had unemployed graduate association. Smart businesses were not collapsing. Workers weren't laid off, we were told. Again, we were ordered to park our cars and use bicycles instead if we thought petrol prices were too expensive. Also, take your passport and leave if the kitchen was too hot for the suffering you. It was an avalanche of insults. We are thankful to the Akufo-Addo-led presidency because it's refreshing to note that despite the pandemic, government's new growth rate of the economy is 5.6%, which is greatly better than the 3.4% inherited in 2016, even without any pandemic. The merchants of coup d'etat are crawling out of their caves again because they are not in government. They are stuck in trade. Brian Boabin Samuel Ewo Awushi. We say, will you kindly allow me to divert from your topic? Have you observed what the harbor container truck drivers are doing of late? Most of them have stopped fastening their containers on the trucks. In a conversation with one driver last week, he said they have stopped because whenever the container is falling, it carries the truck along. So that was their new strategy to avoid the truck from falling in case of an accident. I think the harbor authority should address that safety concern. Nanamponsa bediako. Nugwe ni wahu di okano. Say, almost say, oche container na.
There's a hook first. Truck no. Ewo hook eso container no.
Eso container nim. In the without a woman cry and tough them. We sure.
But say hook ni nye correct. Yes. Sometimes hook ni hook no our lifespan. Yeah. Now when you say Ghana your attitude and your Ghana human attitude. I didn't know our lifespan. And the more I saw no you need to refix a new one.
Yeah.
But it is the duty of harbor security. No. Se kana area mu no ni tie ni BBI pepper of container. Yeah. So the negligence of duty caused some of these things. But near supporting. It's to support the hook. So hook near pepper. You don't need the belt naturally.
But I find some of the reason quite interesting. I'd go to Umunyuswa Homan and say container na tough for ma. Sometimes a butu truck no.
Say driver no kasa no kasa mate be no kasa. It doesn't mean. Is it the training that is should go with that field? And so anyhow, there's a whole lot of problem with the system.
Driver mates no graduate here be driver.
And you on tia simple dia nipa ne can't no he doesn't even understand it in the first place.
Wow. But that's worrying. Say it's really worrying. Obi, I honestly think the media is rather pushing this coup agenda. NDC is poised to be in governance in 2025 and we will not entertain any coup. Coup will only benefit the inept NPP government. In 2013, when the NPP security couple intimated that coup was imminent, what did they say? There will be no coup in Ghana. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will be elected at the polls in 2024. Eugene Eshen Elliott, Constituency Secretary, Korle Clotte, NDC. and or the way about. Look, when I mean here, I'll come back to the messages later.
Oh, mother say, Nchiama, tie for Nasha Fonina, and Nchiama, Dr. Nyarko. This is the second time he's here. The first time was on Atinkla. That time you were speaking on neutral grounds.
I was a lecturer at that time.
So he was speaking on neutral.
I don't know, a lecturer.
Kwame Adinkresho.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So,
Asempa
so for me, you see, we are Kenya, but you know, the country that we face, a woman, you know, sometimes I can say, yeah, canker for share. People don't get it because this one intellectual that has spoken, and look at the barrage of insult and embarrassment from a lot of people. So the next election,
I didn't insult him.
no, yeah, that's your colleague, so you have a great deal of respect for him. But Usheni, our colleague, senior MP, we don't do that.
Senior MP, there.
Katie Amon, you are ye, Fitianura, me maintenance. Oh, you been young, they follow Katie, hot head. And at this age, he's a hot head. And when he's going to come down, I don't even get it from him.
Ofi parliament.
Oh, you should tame. You say, baby, I will do no. You should calm down. Or how can a Japan grab a not still on? Why? You disagree with the man, but this kind of unprintable words, is that the best? Young men and women are listening. Students are listening.
Ekosiisen
Now we're running
on
on lecture down to that
Asempa
level. Until Obuobe now, person say Edima Wankasa. I think we've gone past that. And we've been anything and you say we don't want to even come on air because Santa Kumanu Krua, you know what I can do.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go into that gutter again. But you see, and then Raymond, Prof, then about people are. So if there is another intellectual who wants to speak tomorrow, he will be cautious and careful. Say, hey, then where Ben I may use one
Yeah.
but you see, situating the whole lecture in the context of trying to bring us to speed. Nyarko so Kofi Tonton's message, you know, who can maintain us. Because Professor Atubuga gave an experience of coup effect. Into you can say he didn't show the only life experience. It showed near wakum in coup. Again, so I've been saying, say me. One, I have an 82-year-old mother sitting down. I have children. And then now, you need to chrome her. How can I carry my mother and my children? Where are we going? Again, Emrana, a soldier for me fat a two abangunu. How was the country? Entirely the soldiers were living
Ekosiisen on
an
Asempa
isolated jungle. They were not associated with town. Because San AC barracks, duty posts, into Wari Crampa Oba, who you know, Manu, Amutuma, Minche, Okrum, and I won't crown share honum. Into this notion of, oh, Omamubumani DE, and a year brewaha, the elite army officers, no, the moment they brainwash the men, they get their support and move troops and do the kind of things they do. And then nobody. Because soldier nibia ti barras ni ire ni ma and he knows the effect. Ebi ani mami kura betina ni honi mami abrewa. Soldier ni we opia obeshia mi with the next villager minunu ko blue kiosk we mingle. No matter how the situations we find ourselves, you share ideas to perfect the system. And I would like to woo him to vote for my political party. Obisu wooing so that there's that share of ideas. But the era of the coups, this was not there. No matter how elite you are, Obako Castle, Uko brainwash soldiers to follow you, guy, you won't get it. But that will also take it away. Say the kind of conditions are Emma sa oyene ni bawo nkrokromu eni ho ewo ho. Nti obi che na adwen say look on the continent na say ya ebi mo etuetia sa ayesa niama no and they are citing the kind of examples are omo nti omo etu sa anamo no ebi mu koso we krom yen nyina yen hwe say ye so anu sen because obi tuetia na on so sidi ba obe ebia nipa mienu miensa bi bepra. Do we have to? For me, I don't see anything wrong. But you see, I said the word coup, I taboo ene. Until you mention it, see, why should it be so? Is it the first time somebody is talking about coup? Until your man a trauma of primary school, what is a coup d'etat? We defend it. They are psyching them to understand, but it's history. Until me, I don't think Professor Atuguba has done anything untoward that. Yeah, Trina Bosso, yeah, the kind of analysis yeah. So
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
I will still maintain, say, we will need much or more of this intellectual discourse. Because it is a call on leadership to do right to human beings of this nation. Look, Obi Nyama Bebre Koswa, and and as I sit here, it is my wish, say, me too anamoa emuye din say me prepare my political party to take over government democratically. So why will I go and support a coup that will destabilize the front? My party will be nowhere. People will be subjected to torture. If you crum her, so there will be an instability. When will we regroup to write a constitution to go where? Nema be brave, beto ichima. Indeed. And the NDC for Nepeku. Who in NDC has said this? Yes, you can say Professor Tuguba sympathizes, but it's a card bearer of PNC. But Professor Tuguba has not said there should be a coup in Ghana. He has never said it anywhere, and he will never say it based on the ability Nyansa or Krumha on the Constitution of Ghana.
FM.
He was on the Constitution Review Committee.
He was the executive secretary. Yeah.
I get him. He knows the ins and the outs. We're living through a situation of that dark days. Or the new example. Say, Niamimi fe munye. Enti nya dia say ye manu benye. Ushe a champon. Okay, say cost of bread. Any cost of den. Any military boot. And nothing of it to or to honor by any buzi abayan.
Was a champion buzua? No, a champion and two buzua. Or to the Onobabe two.
Or to they any or to a kufuana. On the two buzia. A champion and two buzia.
Was it?
And Cramune two Gruma. And a buzia mobedi,
okay.
And a champion two and a kufube two.
Okay.
And I said two nubiomans and a Rollins two.
Yeah.
So that was how it is. So he came twice.
72.
Yeah. So Achampon, then a Kufu took over from him, and then he took over from
in
Kufu
the Palace School. No?
Palace School. No? So at that time, no, because they have the men in the jungle, so they could go brainwash them, and a uniform no crampus are banning provided come to me.
Ekosiisen on
No,
Asempa FM.
I'm a mamu uniform, your mamu tadi, your mamu boot, Mudia no cram barashimba. So the men, hey, move to. That was what was happening. And then, so they need to because the community that is called the barracks is now a human settlement area. Those days, bicycle can have bomb. It is some of those conditions are not there. Again, and so you need higher education. You have master's degree holders who are sergeants, who are WOs, who are staff sergeants, who are even corporals. Obi or the HND and a call Shahis, a call a private soldier. Sani Panene, a be or a PhD. Minimum sergeants are almost a PhD. Into the era now, only degree holders were sitting at the helm of as officers, administrative work. Inti omuhwe na enye ye no makobrin wo shi ene uko kasa asem no kire obi onu ye PhD or sergeant on fe tu ondi wechi because onu kwa osi ohumasin wa utina as an officer. Inti these conditions will not fertile the ground. But what are we all looking at? Say ya tu aban ya tu so aba. Wa wenum nsem to nya odi to ho e man krofo to so aba. Are you really doing what you said? No. If today there's a large silence in the media landscape of the vice president who was vociferous on the cedi and the petroleum prices, now you're in car, are people not worried? So when people say it, what crime have they committed? Se niyama na ekoso na omampenya akufo do say yen nyina yemmoa yenya citizens na oman ni yeye na da ni da omampenyi timi chata play no ne nam wiemu a people are getting worried. As we speak now, the president is going to Expo in Dubai. Obi, is it a necessary Expo for the president to go? I think that presidential staffers and maybe deputy trade minister can go and represent the country. So it tells you that the president is tired. The more we are calling on him, say, fix the issues that borders our life.
Ekosiisen.
Are people not getting worried? Bra, penny doc, I take your budget, Yes, that's the data. But how is the data resonating with my life? Say, just a few years ago or a few months ago, say me top for 50 Ghana, me back crack coffee, but then 200. As I'm back Accra, I come Michelle Camp. And when you read this nice data, you want me to clap? I can't clap. Because the data is not supporting my life. That data nicely put out and supporting me, my brother in it. Until you know analysis data now, ye di two Ghana, me top for 50 Ghana, me back crack up. And now data no we say me top for 200 Ghana, member, minko. So, what are we losing? One, our roads are getting choked. So you buy fuel, you stay more in traffic today. And until Asempa then expanding more of the roads. Is the Abanye doing it? Petrol, politics or chroma.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
That's components what petrol so. I am meaning. What can government do? One, revenue and you are feeling jittery whether to touch it. Who touch here? Who there projection in your budget? Budget issue and now other projections are and no yenye who anu ye because no there la ye the see and support it. It is a doctor say they are trying to woo us. There's no wooing in our system at all. 137 no, it is still fixed. Yes, mumbo modina mobilize 138 na mum pass it. Yeah, 137 there no because yes engine to man opano, engine to man. And the Crystal Council abo, Bishop Council abo, Council State abo, yenti omu case. Now no yet to say yeah papa our revered Democrats.
Ibn
Chambers has been waiting on one sounds be a attitude after waves in the baby mono so what he will not even make that call again. Oh yes.
I said man okay.
I don't remember the last time he has done anything with the NDC for now to be calling on NDC MPs to reason with government.
Is that his core? And as our call, let's say Parliament should find ways of working together.
Parliament
it might not necessarily be because of e-levy.
E-levy was the particular agenda. E-levy was critical on the table.
How did you know? Were you in the meeting?
That they should collaborate so that they push it through. It was part. But Mr. Onagaza, what it sounds no. Should go and stay in his UN or AU portfolio. He should leave us to do our politics. Because you see, say Dr. Nyarko party no more banu wo pe papa say ye ni omundi juma. The kind of statements that are going on shouldn't have been coming. Honorable Katie Yamo, the senior member.
Yes, this thing began.
Yes, because but is it who to anamobi say anamobi mu cause say yen nyina yen lay down your tools. That should be the focus. And so be a brew crumbs as you crowd the miaweni never on Sakatasu because who padibi You want to achieve a goal, and someone has just put you small. No, hey, you are forgetting the goal. Oh. You are now running down. Atuguba has even made that call.
Ekosiisen on Asempa.
And we are sure on more. The word kuna pe. Atuguba is why baby. And Mahama ne suma no so koka. Na me see oh honorable Katie. Koka we so aye den. Oni na ejuma. You don't do this. It mean the American one say, are you not looking at the bigger picture that you are calling for us to collaborate so we can ameliorate the situation and see what we can do? Why should little things be triggering another tension? Again, the president today, if really or papa say, and I'm more paying for you too, either on his behalf or for the generality of Ghanaians, and they need that to say, yeah, man, and coming in is a president who for the Befa Plains or Expo. It shouldn't be a priority for the president. His priority is to sit and come to the table. Look, NDC is a reasonable political party with men and women of integrity. That is why before the Xmas, President Mahama called that, look, baby, yeah, eschew the little pride that is left in us.
Asempa FM.
I'm not on prayer. Took him to the cleaners. But it's today, last week, and I said, okay, or Kasa or Omni Speaker Amuko Miti here. He's now trying to, but I'm not on prayer as a foi. These are the very young men who always take the speaker to the cleaners, which was sometimes it's Tiomo. Or maybe you don't win Tiomo. I'm not a speaker, fee parliamentar. Did you listen to these young men? It was so sad. As a family friend, I want because I have a good relationship with him. At least you are too young to go to that. But you see, maybe sometimes power and ready and same way, we don't know how to do. We all sometimes we go overboard. But sometimes some of the issues or China, with the media. We only a popular man. Yeah, I'm sure. On the way around it, we can know a popular screen. Look at this. You see, the mesre. Tension about Krumu.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
You see, I've told you, some of us we are not interested in coming to talk on the radio again because. So I wouldn't sometimes to two money.
Normal.
Because sometimes some of the interview,
Sir.
oh yes. You see, so Chrome, not near my course now here collaboration. There are people who should blacklist them from talking.
Sir.
Of course. That is what the media can also do. Say nipa wait, nyoba be kanu, enfa butoye mumba, enfa jubre mumba, what do you give him? Or her the mic or the space not to assume sir and you want us to be happy because yesterday the lawyer you called he did party politics and I expected you to call an NDC lawyer too because law fraternity no omache but no tugum or minya politics or no tugum minya politics or no tugum. Do you think we the NDC people listening will be happy with so we'll pick it on you say agenda now setting show who see. You may not be happy, but that is the hazard you have to bear when you sit by the council.
Oh, now I mean, that's how you know where they are travel. What is our comment, the feedback?
Intimacy. Say, say, some people that will continue to fuel the tension, lest the media blacklist them. If all the media, say media, the senior media that you have the listenership, will blacklist you. So that nyansa for betinasi no mwaka na kosi pempenso a ede stability be ba manu but say mo continue mayen the kind of platform you give us go back tobe any NDC MPP MPD then don't expect any ajubro. Don't expect, because Obi, people are hard up. People need water. As you speak now, there are communities that have no water for 2 weeks. What is happening? The worst of it, it's only be a pump and a crampono. It is not well treated.
I know, yeah. Private pumps and as a Ghana water.
Private pumps, Ghana water in America. You can take your men, go and visit their warehouses and find out when was the last time they received stock of chlorine and other material that they use in treating water. Things are worse. Maybe they will not be ready to open up, because and then when you want to volunteer information, if you are not careful, you have a situation. I have been to schools and listened to teachers and headmasters. You weep. They can't talk because ukasa problem. There are dire situations in our secondary schools.
They can't talk, so they can't talk in the media, and now say they cannot report to their superiors challenges or move.
Now superior so the corner man budget release on then obey. But say reports in their call. Do you know said and then you see a check cars? But the cars are sitting in the schools, and headmasters, buzzers are joining public transport to Accra and things.
I didn't hear.
They can't buy fuel. Government release for maintenance and management of schools is not there. They join public transport. It's life is happening. Are you getting me? Cars have broken down. They need maintenance. Scanning by.
Schools ban. Oh, come on.
You want me to mention them so they go and start attacking them?
Because you can't do that.
Doc. It's happening.
Wait.
It's happening.
Now, when only schools need be in common.
So only headmaster enyankita on the occasion poucho. Asema mi no okay. Mi peso wako bo ewo baby.
Kakaso nankana secondary school.
In secondary school.
And then the secondary school ben headmaster and needing.
I have been to the eastern region. I've communicated with 2 secondary schools. Greater Accra here. Volta region, Western region. I can mention this 4 regions. I won't mention the schools. I don't want to put any head of school in a problem. These are life situations. All I'm saying is that Nyama ebe so headmasters ni school management as say running schools no fluidly no. All is because money.
Anthony, the head of the Dubai chamber in Ghana, they find a Sectoral. Or say Obi, the benefit of the expo to countries is immense. The deals that African countries have signed by president attending expo is mind-blowing. Almost all presidents whose countries celebrate their national week at the expo all attend the flag raising event
on Asempa FM.
It was and the expo I think started last year. It's for 6 months. You know, in the last year now, maybe March, but every week be on my country be called. Now I could display. In the also flag raising event. The expo is the biggest platform for any country to showcase business opportunities. The president attending shows we are serious and ready to woo investors, as that is the place huge deals happen. And Sectoral, the website story, where the nationalnews.com, I see Uganda signs business deals worth $650 million at Expo 2020 in Dubai. We see a Liberia target projected $1 billion investment and deals from Expo 2020 in Dubai. This one says Tanzania backs 17.3 trillion. Tanzania for scanner okay, in dollar terms, no, $7.49 billion deals at Expo in Dubai, we're 2022. And clearly countries are really benefiting from the Expo.
Easy. We African one the true peanut we are scratching for
Ekosiisen on
this
Asempa
one
FM.
Cyril is a businessman, so you cannot bamboozle me with this one. any serious president that you are having economic challenges, you sit and look at your economy. Because the monies you are taking from your country to that country, you are going to invest in their economy. Until at the end of the day, when they start to, it's like over 1,000 people queue every day at U.S. Embassy, pay visa fee, and they give about 6, Yama and 9 every day. I get me, but your money is not coming by the next day. Now, when that say U.S. government give you $500 million, you see him as a champion. We do what them cry. We visa fee now on coffee every day, no.
Yeah, but the scenario here is different.
So create an enabling environment for your country. What is in Dubai? Tourism. It's leadership, focus, determination. They fix it,
Asempa
and you
FM.
are always called say, "Bra Expo, never sign a deal. No one throw something to you." Your country have the same potentials. You are not focused. You are not determined. You are not developing it. What are we talking about here?
Okay.
Is that how we should be following these people?
Medas.
Because Expo. Lastly,
yes,
to finish,
Ekosiisen on
Doc,
Asempa
who
FM.
can say you lose revenue in COVID? Yeah, budget over expenditure, 11 billion, and 14 billion. What they came out 25 billion. COVID now 34 billion. Too free.
That be too free. Te free.
I just want to be vulgar small. Too free.
Yes.
Until COVID gave you money to show up, to ameliorate. Until say, based on that, now a dradi and continuing your revenue. That was why you got those monies, freebies, no interest. The $2 billion from IMF was interest free. Was that not it?
Yes, but it's a loan we will pay back.
We will pay by interest free. Yeah, call IMF almost 930 something million with conditions of interest. 914. Are you getting for 3 years? But within 2 years, when you are 2 billion for stabilization, until you are 34. Until you need to say, uka say, and COVID into say. Within that same time, I will catch them and said, Emra power situation by entity amfa nyama nso ni pass no.
Ekosiisen on Asempa
Who nya
FM.
odi so ni pass sika ukonya e. That time no one be sika, but we were going on the bond market to take and invest. Say investment na aye no ene ehun sunsuanso ene eso yemu. But you will come here, you for $100 million say ato nose mask. What's $10 million could have built about 3 nose mask production factory.
And then look when it's all
Because I say budget in the one be. For instance, accounting say nose mask $100 million. Me America. Me mean G una we budget. Me nye raise me be it is inside this document.
It's not true.
Are you getting me?
Not true. $1 million.
How much is
Not $1 million.
a factory that will produce nose mask? And this government took $100 million to buy nose mask.
That's not true.
It's a fact. It's in the budget statement. Yemin America.
Yes, so
Me
show
see me
me,
BA
show
is
me.
there. You know. You just
That be like unim dia BMI.
me BA. Obi, you know this thing. Why are you trying to be?
Anthony Nupkenu.
Me catch your unim.
Sir,
I challenge you and I dare you.
Meba, I
With
don't
all the
know.
alacrity and the
I
powers
don't
in me,
know.
I dare you.
Sir, who can
$100 million
Anthony
reported by
Nupkenu. Hold
Ken
on.
Oforiata.
Hold on.
Use
Sir,
$100
who
million
can-
to buy
Sir, who
nose
can
mask.
100 million kekempa. Then we say you be quite cover. But when we see our budget name,
And
and the
woman
budget is here, so show us.
Reported expenditure, COVID expenditure.
No, but if you are not ready to show us there, and there,
Go to COVID expenditure. It's there.
Mame Nase. Na mintie doc.
That is the
Doc,
currency you give money for.
any other business, me pacho.
So quick one be on this. I won't say. I mean, issue about coup no. I won't say coup no. I cost for Ghana several times. 66. Even the first one that was a failure in year 58.
Yes.
Then the first
Yeah,
successful
58,
one in
yeah, attempted-
1966.
Yes, it's
Then 1972, 78. Okay, say National Redemption Council 72. Then SMC Supreme Military Council
Yeah.
1,
And
78, 2,
SMC 2.
279, Akufu.
Yeah.
Then JJ came 81 for that long stretch.
JJ came 79.
There was
No, Liman
Liman
handed
then
over.
81.
Yes, then Rollins took over.
Was the Rollins here first one 79?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I know, handing over.
And Rollins, good.
he handed over
And cyber 81.
by 81. Yeah, for that, yeah. So did that one. But at the end of the day, meaningful impact being our life. So for us, coup is a no. Now, why that issue and this for can mean so I can be
Ekosiisen
such a
on
black
Asempa FM.
honorable, my good friend. President travels. And I don't even understand him why. President doesn't travel for fun. I made this pronouncement on Assassin Radio about 2 weeks ago. And I could find on 2 coin for fun. Or 2 coin said by something will benefit the country. That's the point. On my penny in this country, no, a 2 coin. Penny for say, Ote for coin, Ote, what dear so. 2 coin businesses, other important activities for the country. Me, according to me, your office a fan so. Being in the skies now, even it's risk you are taking. Obet me then so. But the point is that the man travels because of this country. JDM or 2 coins several times. COVID period, and for the 2 coins, we got vaccines. Some of them were free. So they should stop overflogging the issue. That propaganda is cheap, and they should be told in their faces. You see, among more, so many things happen. Open sky within your economy.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
These are part of governance. So many I could follow 2 coins that on my penny 2 coin, and it's part of the arrangement and governance. That's the point. Now man penny 2 coin called Dubai, and I'm happy say all the information about it. At least Dubai Expo showcasing the pride of Ghana. You don't know what is going to happen there. Ninyano the benefits so we need to look at all this within the context and don't say because we have economic issues, government cannot transact business and all that. This COVID-19 this 11 years for me in an innovative way over the years Obi Yesu say sika yenya free etumono sika no so especially about direct taxes you know the fact say in this country nipa 2.4 million and they charge direct taxes. You know the fact you know the fact say about 45,000 companies and they charge corporate taxes to the state. You know the fact say about 51,000 Ghanaians now charge taxes to the state. You get less than 2.5 million from a potential direct tax paying population of 18 million. Your calculation now will get about 13.8%. Meaning 13.8% direct taxes in an economy like Ghana, so about it, as I say, and we know that mobile money transaction is increasing in this country. You are moving from about 500 billion in 2020 to 953 billion in 2021. At least every government will try to cash in on that. OJ Edia Buama economy akosro. So Sahara average in terms of tax to GDP ratio, meaning is 16.5%. Oko this country, Senegal, on population about 16.7 million. Meanwhile, our tax to GDP ratio is 16.4%. Go to South Africa, a population of 59 million. Our tax to GDP ratio is about 26%. Ghana, yaka omwa the L from 2019 or so. Now tax to GDP ratio meaning 2.2%. Our thinking was about the end of 2021, it about 13.8%. So that is the reality on the ground. So about say, pay additional stream of income. Man for see then 7 billion by year. Obi, the 7 billion is not a one-off fiscal measure. So you love your 2 months about a part of our revenue stream. Additional one. Now say if same a fibiano in a 5 billion on the average for 5 years, I saying it's not 25 billion. If the cedi to dollar parity in Kappa is 7, we are talking about $3 billion. So this is something innovative. I was here to so that they me about the economy. I say, I'm no more investor. They are asking for raise and all that. They pay hospitals, roads might be built and all that. But the kind of buy and say, no, mean is swap. Mama, he was virtually crying. I say, yes, meanwhile, we don't have enough tax revenue. Now, Bobby and Adrian said, let us do this. And I tell you, and I know some NDC MPs who are moderate, who support it. Most of them. But I'm going to say, oh, and the young mongo said, a omano, my mano say, now, ya to Obama. Hey, that's the thinking. That's the logic. But assume you say omano, say, how do you pay it? Show us how do you pay it? Let us accept this. For me, and I buy animal for Kasanadi. People are now coming to a realization say, this is a debate me on mano. And we need to embrace it. So we need to embrace it because every country is going through hitches. Every country. And Ghana have been very smart. Okay? UK, for example, okay, sometime last year, around August,
Yes.
Boris Johnson almost introduced health and social care levy of about 1.25%. Okay. EU introduced 2 different taxes because EU had borrowed about 800 billion euros, close to $9.4 billion. And they introduced, these 2 taxes. Said about to me, those loans now. That is how we build a country. In terms of crisis, or your leader or say we take some measures I think it's Ghana one of the countries about management of COVID-19. I mean, you are very modern. The applauses are very loud. So Nana Akufo-Addo took that intervention. So that you bet me idea home and all that. And we need to commend him for that. But after that, no, or say to make the economy about that. That's what we are doing. So we have to spend money. Okay, I say do baby 2020. Do baby. Now you ma omoko school. BCU wasi. Now if you didn't even know somebody kwakwacho exams. Now did I say Oma cancel so kaya. Ghana was so bold. Na Akufo-Addo Napo they were decisive. So we have to do it. People were even questioning that judgment. At the end, you know, and our students perform the best within our subject. So many what can we know for no? This country has been managed well. The midst of pandemic. I'm telling you. I'm a cow baby say COVID-19 you say no me say that is a tell well waller at all because the
Ekosiisen
was
on
huge.
Asempa FM.
It's huge. Most countries have come to their knees. Only said Germany, all them cool school. Germany economy in 2020 contracted by 5%. It's still struggling. The manufacturing sector of Germany performed by 10%. Now say me now for your more me say most of you now for no more Ghana for no they've lost their jobs. It's everywhere. But meanwhile, omamuha, share even government workers. When are you in the day? They paid their salaries and all that. But some countries no, they were laid off. Interventions are by the buy. Free electricity for over a year, water and all that. Now was a mixture of supporter. Yet they alleviated the sufferings and the pains of the masses. Because it can be also around, sir. You have to use water. You have to pay for water. I say, my father. So government has done all these things. We need to appreciate that. Now, say, let us help the government. Say the buyer a bit to me at the economy in our bank. But some people out of fear say, oh, this money maybe I buy abandon summer. I buy can do ABC. Now I buy to me ABC there. It helps you. But no, any when say about chance or chance or change. How do we know? But say I buy I told Obama I buy. Yet the 2 years abaning seems a buying. The ABC never boy me. You must support the government. So now, I mean, the fears and the propaganda, no, we need to stop that. You see, so for when they may say, let us support the government in passing this. Or share more examples, no, almost everywhere. You are researcher, you know that things are not the same now as compared to the pre-pandemic
Asempa
period.
FM.
The economy was doing so well until this pandemic wreaked havoc on us. You know what I mean? So, really, for me, you know, the economy is not so bad. What I believe, I know they say, the economy is challenged because of the cost, no. But it's a good kwamu in the budget, no. Yet me operationalizing now, it will help us.
Very well.
Share, say,
Finally.
The be can say, offer we be say property rate.
Yes.
In Tiambana, I buy say this time no, when there's some uniform platform here, based on that no,
Ekosiisen
I
on
improve the
Asempa
efficiency
FM.
in mobilizing that revenue. Then now will come to the kitty, small scale miners. I mean, they will holding tax no, not 2%. Based on that no, we are told say among for smuggle to other countries. I buy say what is so from 2% to 1.5%. Thinking said 1.5% no will encourage people to pass through the tax system so that we can get additional money. So there are so many interventions are buying at the good kwama if we say it to me in conclusion, no, Abrakwa issue no. So I mean or Ukraine.
Yeah, or
Now, Romania, sorry. We'll be the question, Mr. Obeko Adairis now. Or say Untiminko.
Yeah, so we back Ghana no wash
So I mean in as much as say if you say patriotic duty and all that no. If you say or your ranking member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, there is the chairperson, Brian Champon. If you say Kabe say the committee should have done this together because so occur in Romania no. A be hungry. So doesn't be
yeah.
A bit so Poland.
A bit of Poland, yeah.
So they didn't benefit from his visit. Sanka, and he also mentioned, say,
Ekosiisen
some of them
on
might even need
Asempa
support. So for me, no, this should have been discussed at the committee level. Now I'm off a comprehensive plan. And Abia, a black honey obi, echo this side. Now we know we echo this side. If you say that one would have been better than an individual going. I think say in future, no. We need to look at all this thing. In terms of crisis, no, we have to come together. Now, there in a bipartisan way, and an individual, I mean, doing that kind of thing. People will read meanings into that.
Into it.
So maybe genuine intention, but doing some things in a group, no, more solid, more effective than going solo. We don't have to work in silos or committee. Use the committee to advance some of these, agenda. Yeah, I'll say that.
May I say, Nupkenu, any other business?
Well, yeah, we've called for bipartisan probe into COVID expenditure.
Yes.
And I will be a fan of you want bipartisan travel. So that is on that is on the lighter side.
On the lighter side.
You see, Obi, the more animal free say yen supporting no munya sika mo no, they should have that same zeal to be accountable.
Ekosiisen
So
on
when TV
Asempa
over 210 billion cedis and Chenya with wire say 3 years yet me the 11 mamu na munya maybe 7773 then I'm with me there. Chobona and when asem no one obi em say mo adwen fi bibisu me twi mo adwen baso ye okroma na ye this Kapudo Kogu Ministry of Special Initiative. Say a project Okroma. What's the status of those projects?
Or can IPEP projects now?
Now, you see, as a country, no, you were the penchant of investing in projects without full implementation for the country to benefit. And you know, uko Ghana feneni na ube hu toilet si urem. You see, ebi a market, you see what in we any nyama bebre. But you see, all these projects must come to fruition. to generate fund so that the money you put in there, you recoup it. Is that not what it's supposed to be? How do we recoup and build economy? Fiscal edi akoshe Islam say yeye dams.
Ekosiisen on Asempa
So one pass dams yi wo ho na ye juma. Why are we not getting all year round irrigated farms so that vegetables can be in abundance? You see, when you do a dugout, Doc.
No, I'm going to say one village, one dam in the 3 northern regions.
Doc, where am I sorry? Doc,
Oh, that
Doc,
is
don't let me
I don't
laugh.
think
The
so.
definition
No, I don't
was
think
done,
so. Or no, drain dams. I know somebody.
No,
I know that
I'm
would
not saying so. I say irrigating dams.
Yes.
I just more dam than the irrigation. And the hydro dam. No, you see, Doc. Yeah, let's get serious. Sisi asika ye di ashe hono. Infrastructure na enya fisu. Say farmers no edi di dwuma bi a eboa ma enobaye
Now,
ba.
office or move any jume be a.
Masa. Enne vegetables bebrebe efi neighboring countries no. Are we not worried? Say no enu na esi ye kwakoso anu nti yenye dams ema all year round. Nti ene semiti ana di cabbage fi Côte d'Ivoire mu a. The cabbage from Burkina, the first stream, Abremia. Am I not worried? I'm not saying we don't produce, but you have invested money in a policy. How fruitful is the policy? Oh, Doc. How long are we going to do this to ourselves? Again, Sunu, look at all the uncompleted projects that are lying in the bushes. Ebimu ye busi ayakobo. Wow, constituency, wow, chrome. Afari hospital here still incomplete. Say Ebusia. Oh, TME, me Kasem. Say Ebusia. Whoever started or whoever completed, the people of Ghana need to have access to that facility so that that money can be paid. And
let me give you information on that. Last week Saturday, Nami was Hello FM with Deputy Minister for Defense.
Okay. Yeah.
Or say almost secure loan. I think last week or so. I'm going to complete Afari military hospital.
Military hospital.
Oh no, said and on a Irojat project. So 8 years under NDC it went nowhere. But as we speak,
if you want to do the normal policy that is not benefiting all of us.
It's not benefiting.
You just signed a parliamentary loan. Did you?
8 years.
Was the money in Ghana?
8 years. Want me anye. 8 years. Want me anye.
So,
my
point. Give me point. You say.
Yes.
Oh, say what could you bush and your services are bushing in now. Say service yomu. 8 years service bushia yakoji. Say the year we the benefit Ghana for nya home for so near service. So what are we done to ourselves? Who call so many? Say see, say NMS no NMS the
they are handy.
So many for
the old one.
Debbie. So many did not bush one. Ye but a one near you see the same thing one so corner.
Ah, okay.
The same thing. There was so many. They been in soccer the new year. Salaga.
Salaga way. Can you roject now? In a Cairo jet now.
So many dear.
Yeah.
They been Salaga was Eurojet. We am say we Bolly did not musi any better. So many.
Okay.
They were about 7.
I don't know we're on a special funding.
Yes.
It's different from NMS.
Different. Ye view bibia ho. Enti at what time will we tell ourselves, say, enough of, excuse me, say this nonsense in this country? Say, projects. Sabain changia edaho. People are not getting benefit, but the loan must be serviced. All these things has become a burden on the economy. Your economy will never be free if your amortization and your loan servicing is taking your revenue. So, generally, more money now will generate. How beneficial is it? Is it when you people use 2.4 million people are paying direct taxes? Ye who say, sir, deficit na ɛwɔ no enti na other interventions aba get fund ebi say VAT everything you buy in this country you pay tax. Are you getting me? Bibia enti there's a basket full of money that you are getting sources. It is not about more areas should be tapped for taxes. It's about the prudent management of what you have gotten. No, atadi na mewo and say yeah. My salary a year we increase year, but me who Dr. Nyarko eshe kaftan nice. Me person me I am going to borrow to go and so this fine. I get me. Maybe I have a target of going for a business meeting somewhere. Your appearance alone will make sure you win that contract. Me the way me because the businessman must see me serious. So me will need that so. Until me economy win here, I need to put prudence in that job to be able to work at it, get the benefit, pay my loan. But ya koji loan the year project is in room. Ye nya hu faso. Yes, service loan. You are telling me say our tax revenue is not enough when we are reckless, when we are irresponsible. How can we build a country in this way? And when I talk about this, somebody said we should go to Expo and they will go and sign deals. When I have go to Avatima and you see tourism potentials, and we are not making any prudent and pragmatic steps to develop them so that people will come and see the kind of monkeys we have. We go to this country and go and watch monkeys. We go to this country and go and watch waterfalls. When we have better sites that we are not putting measure to develop, are we a serious country?
Ekosiisen on Asempa
Anthony
FM.
Nupkenu.
Let's get serious. This sickening mind is enough.
Medase.
Last October, Fiscal, I was there, voter reaching.
Yeah.
So how are we developing that side?
Yeah.
It's look the road to Bli.
Yeah.
One of the biggest waterfalls that is so attractive. The more people come, the more it falls.
Poto.
What are we talking about?
Mame Nase.
We are on serious.
Ekosiisen ne high Asempa
It
FM.
is not about more money, it's about prudent management.
Yeah.
We are too reckless.
Asafo Jaisa Obi, good evening. Please, for the records, the NDC within the period of the Mills Mahama administration secured a new funding source for the implementation of the Eurojet project. And more instructively, the project had begun under John Mahama before we lost power in 2016. And he sent a link. 9 hospitals project will be completed on schedule. Eurojet Group will say evidence of the new financial arrangement. The Mills Mahama administration. Thank you. This one says, these monkeys have always been there during the NDC's government. Anti-L and Ode Abba. It anti-L, that's and round so watch the team no and Saka. Many thanks to you, and we appreciate your gift so much. And thank you. Indeed, like Oliver Twist, we ask for more. You say that's a bim review. Very important. Honorable Kingsley Nyarko, Mame Nase, Yebesan Swedi in Komobio. Why? Yada se Anthony Nupkenu, Yada Unswase. I don't know say, a business owner, young entrepreneur, afen washe wejuma se wejuma na dum pempen so bia, uhia so obenye skadi ashem. De bia makamfu book we di ama mo akamfu ama mo akamfu ama mo. We your friend no simplified weekly business record. Me pacho ewo features ahodo be ngwatwe exclusive. Weekly records of income and expenses, which my womb, net profit or loss for each week, cumulative net profit, summary of week's bank activities, and our stock records. You know, bet me keep it. Book we mo. Kama. Yet now how I'll be using the I'm working, and we do my dear for bookkeeping serious. We know. Unya book we be now to me if follow the judiciously. You will be meeting the stringent conditions by fund providers. In the end, Ukopesca or bank, and as any other venture capitalist, angel investor, and now say fund manager be our natural in the secret babeshe business. Obe here BBC. Not trend so we serious. Mount Sankabi. Friend number, it's the first of its kind actually in Ghana's business environment. Ube to me, I start anytime, any day. Fre 0244 705 306 0244 705 306. Website near weeklybusinessrecord.com. Weeklybusinessrecord, one word, .com. Na onu wetimi edin sa. So Ekosiisen so ne Asempa